Former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records.
Will you come speak to us, President Trump?
Marking a historic moment in American politics. No ex-president has ever been charged of a crime.
Anyone who cares about the health of American democracy and Americans' faith in our institutions and our legal system has to look at this moment with trepidation.
This indictment stems from hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels back in 2016. The district attorney, Alvin Bragg, called it a catch-and-kill scheme.
The participant scheme was illegal. The scheme violated New York election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means.
Hours after his New York court appearance, Trump stoked his base during a speech at Mar-a-Lago.
The criminal is the district attorney because he illegally leaked massive amounts of grand jury information, for which he should be prosecuted, or at a minimum, he should resign.
What he's really doing is appealing to a sense among a lot of these voters, whether or not that sense is well-deserved, of resentment, of victimhood, of a grievance.
Even if Trump were to be convicted, it wouldn't bar him from running for president. So how has this indictment started to shape the presidential race and further test democracy?
I think this whole process is destabilizing to democracy. What I don't want to do is put the finger on where it starts, right? So we could say, is the indictment destabilizing? Well, is it what brought the indictment destabilizing, right?
Since the moment he incorrectly predicted the timing of his arrest, Trump has been in the eye of the media storm.
It puts him in the limelight once again. He gets all kind of free press and free publicity, and helps him stay ahead of all of his competitors, at least in public visibility.
His allies have already used the political momentum to raise millions in fundraising efforts.
Please help President Trump if you can afford $5 or $10.
But the messaging isn't so simple for Trump's GOP competitors, eyeing the Republican nomination for 2024.
I think the country would be better off talking about things that the American public cares about than to sit there and have to deal with some revenge by some political people in New York.
I don't know what goes into paying hush money to a porn star. I have no interest in getting involved in some type of manufactured circus.
And I think that will be the pivot that all of his opponents will try to do with Republican voters, is to say, yeah, it may be that you disagree with the prosecution with this indictment, but do you really want the mantle bearer of our party to have this along with all these other legal problems on his shoulders?
If they want to have any chance in the campaign, in the primary, they should be getting out ahead on this and begin criticizing Trump and trying to gain support outside of Trump's base to put them in a good position to win the Republican primary. None of them is doing this. They're all seem to be at the mercy of Trump's base and basically, are scared of offending them.
And come the general election, political scientists weigh how Trump's legal baggage will play with a critical portion of the electorate, the independent voter.
It's hard to imagine that this indictment ends up winning the hearts of a lot of independent voters who will be key in November of 2024.
These charges come as 3 other investigations into Trump are pending. A Georgia grand jury is weighing Trump's efforts to overturn results in the 2020 election. And the Department of Justice has 2 investigations, one into Trump's potential mishandling of classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago, and the other examining Trump's role in the January 6th insurrection.
We know from studying public opinion is that the general public is not going to pay too much attention to the details, particularly as all of these cases kind of pile up. What people are going to pay more attention to are the personalities. And to the extent that these cases become part of a broader narrative that Trump just has too much baggage, that could be a problem for him in trying to clinch the Republican nomination.